Hi lovelies, and welcome to a brand new video. I was looking through my YouTube analytics and I found out that 89.9% of you guys are unsubscribed. So I'm going to pretend that you're unsubscribed and say hi, welcome, you've never been here before, or you have and you're just too stubborn to subscribe. Which is fine, I'm very stubborn as well. But you should definitely do it. You can subscribe to as many YouTubers as you like, it doesn't really affect you. Also, there's a higher percentage that you're probably from the US rather than the UK, even though I'm in the UK. I don't know, I thought it was very interesting after seeing that. There's also a lot more. I can do a video on my analytics if you guys want to see that. Or maybe I could start adding it into my monthly goals, because it is kind of like a monthly review of my business and how it's going, and I guess this comes into it. But anyway, you're probably new here, so you probably haven't seen my last video. Now that was my very first, the start of my monthly goals, so you should watch that so you can see where I am now. But I'm also kind of gonna go into slight detail with it. I'm basically gonna tell you where I was and where I am and where I want to go. If you're a small business owner like me, then I highly recommend you doing this. Not necessarily for YouTube if you don't fancy YouTube. If you're not like into making YouTube videos or don't feel comfortable with it, then maybe like on your social media, write it down and take a really awesome picture of it, and then kind of like keep track of it. And also, every time I write it down, I've laminated my last one because I want to keep this for in the future. I don't know where I'm going to go in the future, and it'll be really awesome to look back at where I am. So I think you should do the same. So these are my goals for August. I'm currently right at the end of July, and last time we did our goals for July and I was right at the beginning of July. So I'm a little bit early, but by the time this video goes out, it will probably be a week into August. So it makes sense. You see what I mean? Yeah, let's just get into the video. So let's start off with Instagram. I started off last month with 264 followers. And I had a goal of 500 followers. And I didn't reach my goal, but that's okay. The goal was quite high and I honestly didn't know if it was going to happen, but I do want to talk to you guys about something with my Instagram. I started doing a kind of, what's it called? Aesthetic. I've been making my Instagram into an aesthetic. So my theme colours are pretty much pastel, anything, but the main three are pastels: pink, blues and yellow, because they go together really nicely and they're just beautiful colours. So those are like my business theme, and so that's the theme I've been making my Instagram. Ta-da! This is what it looks like. And I think that's really helped in gaining followers. Now I didn't gain that many, but I think it just makes everything look a little bit better. It doesn't look so messy. That makes sense. Like if I was to go onto someone else's Instagram and they had an aesthetic going on as well, then I would feel pleased being on there, if that makes sense. I don't know, I would feel less busy in my head trying to look and see, if that makes sense. And so I'm trying to do that myself. It's a little bit hard to keep up with because I'm not very good at posting every day, because sometimes I just don't have anything to post. But I'm slowly working on it. So I have now got 291 followers. Now I've kept my goal to 500 followers. I have no idea if I'm going to reach it next month, but I think I might as well just keep it at the same goal. There's no point in reducing it when I can really only go up. I mean, obviously people can unfollow me, but the likelihood it's going to go up. So yeah, I'm just going to keep it at 500 and see where we go. It might go up really quickly now that I've got my aesthetic, or it might just kind of slowly go up. We'll see. Now number 2 is TikTok. I did have 1,480 followers, which is amazing. I mean, if you put that many people in a room, I wouldn't be able to breathe. So it's quite amazing that I have that many followers even to begin with. Now I had TikTok for a little while, even when it was called Musical.ly, but that was more just messing around. That had nothing to do with my business because I didn't really have a business then. So I have no idea if those followers are from back then, but my goal was to reach 2,000. Now I didn't quite reach my goal, but I am now at 1,535, which is quite it's a good amount. I do want to start doing some more packaging order videos on there because I've been slacking on that a bit. But that's only because I've been really busy. Now, Facebook's really awkward to find out how many followers you have. It will happily tell you how many likes your page has had, but I can't really find where the followers are. So that was a little bit difficult. But I did start off with, I think it was 370. My goal was 500, and we got up to 405. So that's pretty good. We only need 95 more to go and then we're at our goal. So I have kept the goal the same again. But I think it's really amazing because even though I've only moved up a little bit, the whole point of building a business is literally the case of building blocks. You can't just start a business and then have a business. You literally have to build it. So building it, just imagine a little person is building blocks as kind of like a stairwell to the final goal. And the point is that I've been moving there. They may be small blocks or it may be taking a while, but I'm getting there and I think that's really amazing. Number 4, Patreon. That is a little bit difficult. Although, okay, so I had 0 Patreons. I still have 0 Patreons. And my goal is to get 1 Patreon. Now, as much as I would love to have 1 Patreon, I'm kind of just a little bit glad that I don't, because I do want to build up like a good kind of backlog before I get a Patreon, if that makes sense. And I also want to make sure like I can keep it up. I definitely think having a few Patreons will help encourage me to keep it up, because at the minute sometimes it feels like a bit of like useless effort because there's no one there to actually share it with, and it's kind of awkward like posting something. Like I can't post where people get to pick and choose because there's no one to pick and choose, so it's pointless. And so it is a little bit difficult, but I definitely want to give it a go because, you know, it'd be really fun to be able to share with you guys like the hidden behind the scenes sneak peeks, my suppliers, all of that kind of stuff will be shared on there. And I think, you know, we'll give it a go. So my goal is to still get at least 1 person. Now, YouTube, I did have 480 subscribers. However, my goal was 500 subscribers. I gained 6 subscribers, so I'm now at 486. Like I said, small blocks building up. But I do have a kind of excuse. So at the beginning of my channel, it was random stuff. I did unboxing videos on like makeup because I kind of wanted a makeup channel-ish. Like I wanted to review things, but they were more classed as girly. Obviously I don't really know how else to explain that. So the mascot costumes I then started making tutorials for as part of my business and helping people. I guess they could make their own, but even I know how hard it is to make a mascot costume, and that business, you know, it didn't fail. It was a good business. It just wasn't a regular business. And also on top of everything I've got going on in life, I've got my daughter, I'm disabled, I've got this business that really took off, which I was not expecting. It's too much, so I've had to cancel it now. And so I thought I'd start making YouTube videos on just being a business owner in general. So this is why we're here. So the excuse is the fact that because I'm changing from one subject to another, it's unlikely to get seen because it's so different to what would normally draw people in, and because it hasn't got the same kind of, I guess you would say like hashtags, for example. Like all the other ones would be hashtag fursuit maker tutorial, whereas now it's like small business tips. Like it's a difference. It doesn't matter how different they are different. So YouTube isn't really going to refer my new videos to my current subscribers, so it's really difficult. So that's the kind of excuse I have for my YouTube. But I did gain 6 subscribers, which I'm so grateful for, so thank you. But my goal is going to stay the same at 500 subscribers I would like to reach. Now, Etsy sales. Last month was really slow, and I explained that, and I only made 6 sales. Whereas this month, I actually made 38 sales. I know, I'm really happy. So I'm really glad that I made 38 sales this month, because I was worrying things were just gonna crash and burn basically. But actually, I guess it's a learning curve for everyone, that everyone's business does go up and down, especially with COVID. So I did explain why in my last video, so definitely go have a look at that. But I was just really happy. Now my goal was to get 50 sales this month, and I didn't quite reach that, but I was still, you know, I was always happy just to get any kind of sale, because every single sale goes towards my surgery. So it was really helpful. But I'm going to keep my goal at 50. I don't want to increase it. Even though we were almost there, I'm not going to increase anything until we hit the goal, because I don't want to just have a lucky month, if that makes sense. And then next month it'll look really bad because I haven't even reached the goal, you know? You know what I'm saying? So the goal is going to stay at 50. Now, Kickstarter. So I was at 71%, and my goal was to get to 100% and launch my next one, basically. Now this is my first Kickstarter. I wasn't expecting to finish, and I say that in my last video that I don't think I was, but actually I did. I got 100%, well actually I got 106% it said. I had a few cancellations after, so it probably would have gone down, but the fact that they tried to pledge beforehand really helped, because it means it got to the goal, which means people were basically charged, because you don't get charged the money until they've reached their goal. So if it flops, then don't worry, your money's safe, if that makes sense. And so I guess because I've reached my goal, my next goal is actually to get my next Kickstarter launched. I know, like you think it'd be my next Kickstarter to reach 100% again, but actually no, I just want it to launch because I'm having a few problems with Kickstarter. Like I keep asking like when can I launch my next one, and then they keep telling me that I need to wait until this current one is fulfilled. Now I've marked everything as shipped, and I have no idea if it's fulfilled. Like, I don't know what to do if it's fulfilled, because no one can pledge on it anymore, so it's basically, like, cancelled, if that makes any sense, but it's not cancelled. I don't know. But I don't get it. Like, and they just keep telling me I need to wait for it to be fulfilled, but I don't understand what do you mean by fulfilled. So I did send them a message trying to explain that I'm not understanding what they're saying, and hopefully they get back to me and I can understand better. But my next goal is to just be able to at least launch my next one, because I've already made it. I was making it halfway through the other one because I was just so excited about it, and this one's way better. Like, it is awesome. And there's more than just one pin with this one. You can unlock lots of different levels, which I just think is really fun. So my goal is to be able to launch it by next month. But I want to set a second goal for this one. So if I do launch it by next month, or maybe in a week or so, and I've still got a long time to go, I want to see if I can reach 100% fulfilled by the end of this month. I don't know if that will happen. I don't know. Fingers crossed. I really hope so. Okay, so next one. So my 9th goal was actually another YouTube one. So I wanted to start, like, put a goal that I would do weekly YouTube videos, and I've actually completed that. I've been able to keep up with having a YouTube video weekly, which I think is really amazing, and I just really love sharing with you guys. Like, it feels like therapy. I know that sounds really silly, but it's really nice being able to share with you guys like what I've been doing and what I haven't been doing. And I know that I don't get loads of views on my videos, and that's fine, but it's just a case of being able to, even though I'm talking to my phone, it feels like you're actually there, like I'm talking to actually someone. Now I don't have a face for this, it's more like just like shadows. I don't know, that sounds weird actually. Right, ignore what I said. But I want to basically keep that up. My goal is to keep that up because I'm very terrible at keeping up with things. I get very distracted, I get overwhelmed, all of that kind of stuff. So I want to be able to keep it up, and so that's going to be my goal, just to be able to keep it up until next month, and then maybe I'll think of a new goal. Okay, so for the final goal, which is number 10, I wanted to do more stuff for myself. So that included skating and designing. Now I would say I have done 30% of that completed. I haven't been able to skate at all because I am trying to save up for my surgery. I'm trying to sell. I'm just really overwhelmed at the moment. And I guess that is kind of doing more for myself, but it's not necessarily the skating that I wanted to do. So I'm going to keep that as a goal, try and do... No, actually I'm going to take that off. I'm not going to try and do skating at the moment. I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait until I know I have the opportunity to be available for that. So otherwise I'm just going to get down about setting a goal that I can't reach, and that's just silly. But I have been doing designing. I have been designing some new things, which I've been really enjoying it at the moment. And I've been sketching, and I'm still getting used to everything, don't get me wrong, but it's been really fun, and you know, it's great having these tools. So I would say I've done a little bit, and I want to keep up on the designing. So my new 10th goal is going to be doing some more designing. There isn't like a goal to reach for this designing. Even if I do just the tiniest bit, that's all I want. That's all I'm gonna do. Just do something for myself and do a bit of designing. And by designing, I mean like drawing, sketching, that kind of stuff. So yeah, that was it for this monthly goal. I will get back to you guys next month, and we'll see where we're at. Whether we go up, whether we go down, whether we stay the same, doesn't matter. We're gonna have a look. So yeah, see you guys next time. Bye.